Bounty Killer, the Poor Peoples. In the blazing heart of Kingston, Jamaica, where rhythm pulses through every heartbeat and culture breathes through concrete and zinc fences, a legend was born. On 12th June, 1972, Rodney Basil Price entered the world, not yet Bounty Killer, not yet a dancehall icon, but a boy shaped by struggle and survival. Raised in the gritty community of Riverton City before later moving to Seaview Gardens, Rodney's world was one of raw reality: poverty, violence, ambition, and music. His father, a sound system operator known as Jar Screw, had reggae and dub vibrating through their household. Little Rodney absorbed it all like a sponge. His environment was harsh, yes, but it was also a living, breathing music lab. Clashes in the streets, cassette tapes on loop, and speakers rattling zinc rooftops became his textbooks. While other boys dreamt of escaping, Rodney envisioned ruling dancehall with a militant presence and unapologetic voice. A life-altering moment came when, at just 14 years old, Rodney was shot in a crossfire. As he recovered in a hospital bed, he vowed to use his voice as his weapon. This vow forged Bounty Killer, the lyrical gunslinger, the ghetto ambassador, the poor people's governor. The transition from Rodney Price to Bounty Killer wasn't just a name change. It was a declaration of war on inequality, corruption, and hypocrisy. The early 1990s dancehall scene was fierce. Beanie Man, Ninja Man, Shabba Ranks. Lyrical warriors locked in clashes. But Bounty Killer entered with a different kind of fire. His voice was gruff, commanding, and his lyrics were thunderclaps of reality. His early collaborations with producer King Jammy were a game-changer. Copper Shot, released in 1993, didn't just make noise, it cracked the airwaves like a warning shot. Suddenly, Jamaica couldn't ignore Bounty Killer. His tracks weren't polished or party-friendly, they were ghetto gospel. Songs like Spy Fi Die, Book Book Book, and Lodge established him as the raw voice of the disenfranchised. In an era when dancehall was gravitating towards glitter and glamour, Bounty brought it back to its roots. Gritty storytelling, rebellious rhymes, and social commentary. The streets embraced him, the youths saluted him, and dancehall crowned him one of its most fearsome generals. As the 1990s rolled on, Bounty Killer became a movement. His debut album, Jamaica's Most Wanted, laid the groundwork, but it was my experience in 1996 that solidified his place among the greats. Featuring collabs with international stars like the Fugees, Busta Rhymes, and Raekwon, the album proved that the Killer's voice could travel far beyond Kingston's corners. But Bounty wasn't just about the crossover. He was still ruling the dancehall clashes. Whether it was lyrical duels with Beanie Man or defending his throne on Sting's legendary stage, fans lived for his warlike lyrics, which were simultaneously menacing and intelligent. His command of the mic was undeniable, his hits relentless. Look, Benz and Bimmer and Deadly Zone were not just songs, they were cultural grenades detonating across the Caribbean and urban centers abroad. His ability to merge hardcore rhythms with commentary about gun violence, police brutality, and systemic oppression made him the Chuck D of dancehall. And yet Bounty Killer was not all gloom and war. His sharp fashion sense, distinct sunglasses, and towering presence turned him into a style icon for the streets. The 90s weren't just his era, they were his battlefield, and he came out the undisputed champion. By the early 2000s, Bounty Killer had nothing left to prove as an artist. But his mission evolved. He began shaping the next generation. Enter the Alliance, a crew of fiery young DJs, mentored and molded by the Killer himself. The likes of Movado, Vibes Cartel, Busy Signal, and Elephant Man came under his wing, forming one of the most powerful movements in dancehall history. While rivals were busy chasing solo fame, Bounty played the long game. He built an empire. He nurtured talent. He gave voice to the voiceless, just as he once was. During this time, hits like Sufferer, Look Into My Eyes, and Can't Believe Me Eyes showcased a more matured, even philosophical Bounty Killer. The aggression was still there, but now it was calculated, strategic. He was no longer just a DJ. He was a statesman of the streets, the dancehall's moral compass. Despite controversies, public feuds, arrests, and criticisms, Bounty never buckled. His music remained unfiltered, his authenticity never waned, and his protégé carried his fire into the future. No dancehall journey is without turbulence, and Bounty Killer's life has been riddled with battles beyond the musical arena. Legal issues, feuds with Beanie Man and Vibes Cartel, and bans from international stages tested his resilience. There were moments when critics counted him out, branding him outdated or too militant. His redemption arc was quiet, but powerful. He became more involved in charity, worked to curb violence among the youth, and reconciled with former rivals, including Beanie Man, in a 2020 versus battle that broke the internet. That clash didn't just entertain, it healed. It reminded the world why Bounty Killer is dancehall royalty. He became vocal on social issues, defending black culture, criticizing corrupt politicians, and urging artists to uphold dancehall's dignity. In an era of TikTok trends and fleeting fame, Bounty remained a fortress of principles. Today, Bounty Killer stands not only as a veteran of dancehall, but as one of its last true generals. He's no longer chasing charts. He's guarding a legacy. His influence echoes through generations of DJs who adopted his style, energy, and fearlessness. From Popcan to Idonia, from Alkaline to Skeng, his DNA runs deep in modern dancehall. Personal life. Bounty Killer's son, Major Major, is actively pursuing a music career. Born Major, he is a Jamaican-American singer, songwriter, and producer who has been making significant strides in the R&B and hip-hop scenes. He has collaborated with renowned artists such as Chris Brown, Usher, J. Cole, Ty Dolla $ign, and Miguel. In 2023, he was nominated for a Grammy Award for his collaboration with Chris Brown. In addition to Major Major, Bounty Killer has another son known as DJ MJ, who has shown interest in music from a young age. DJ MJ has been seen performing at events alongside his father, indicating his involvement in the music scene. Bounty Killer's girlfriend is Claudia Hybrid Queen Rattigan. Bounty Killer has an estimated net worth of $3 million. Please subscribe for more celebrity stories.